Hey, this is the World Advice Channel 2. So for this video, what I'm going to talk about is a topic that is very controversial and has been controversial for the longest time. And as you can see from the title of this video, it is the truth about black entertainment. Now, when it comes to black entertainment, this is, especially of course, the massive influence of rap. This is something that is very controversial, but is very true about black entertainment. Okay, so I'm going to talk about it and why we need to be alert to this particular issue, so we can help change things. Okay, so now that I've mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the truth about black entertainment, is that black entertainment is being weaponized. So when it comes to black entertainment, okay, if anything, and weaponization, what exactly do I mean by it being weaponized? Well, the truth of the matter is, okay, let's get started with the basics and understanding the importance of entertainment. The truth is, entertainment is extremely powerful in today's world, especially in an age where obviously we live in a more developed world than ever before. You know, constant wars and drama and stuff that used to be a part of everyday life is no longer existent, unlike life in the past, whether it could be the ancient Romans, the ancient Greeks, all the way to the medieval Europe, to the age of exploration with Europe, and so on and so forth. Drama and chaos was a part of everyday to-day life, okay? And even though it was bad, it made things at least entertaining and interesting. We live in a time period now where that is done, if anything. Okay, we live in very peaceful environments, especially here in North America. We never have to worry about anything happening, and as a result, things tend to get very boring, and we tend to get very bored. So we need something like entertainment to interest us and keep us occupied um in this time and age. And even in the past, though not as popular important back then as it is now, entertainment was something that still existed, but it was not as important back then, because look at the times they lived in compared to, of course, well, now, you know, because now nothing really happens. So we need something to entertain us. We need something to make life interesting and keep us occupied and focused, and actually like the world we live in. And the truth is, entertainment is that. And it's very important, and it also generates a lot of money, and it can constantly generate a stream and flow of money, okay? And the truth is, at this point, I'd even go as far as to say, if you control entertainment, your own entertainment, you know, you are literally doing one of the most vital things for survival for your community of people. Because if you don't have any form of entertainment, then you're going to be bored, and it leaves you open to being exposed to other communities of people's entertainment, where a lot of them won't even like your ass. So for that matter, you know, you can have a group of people or a generation of people in the black community who end up not loving themselves. So us black people having entertainment, particularly of course for us, is very important. Okay, so that's the truth about entertainment. Now that I've explained that exact point, you know, why entertainment is important, now it's time to get into the actual information about why it's being weaponized. Well, the truth of the matter is, when it comes to this particular issue, black entertainment is being weaponized in a fact, specifically when you take into consideration the fact that most of most people who actually control the black entertainment and black companies and stuff are not even black. Okay, they're white. So the truth of the matter is, a lot of them, you know, obviously, you know, as a result of that particular fact, in all honesty, to be quite honest with you, obviously don't give a shit, because they're not black. So as a result, they put a lot of things that are actually ignorant and actually very destructive for our community. And that's exactly the biggest problem with black entertainment, is that a lot of stuff that they put out there is very negative and very destructive for our actual community. And that is the truth of the matter about the black community. A lot of the stuff we look at and so on and so forth is destructive and just pretty much just glamorizes the ghetto and make us feel like that's the only thing that there is to think about. Now, I obviously understand the argument some people make that it's depicting reality and obviously depicting a struggle, which is very true, and you can't just act like everything's perfect. But the problem is that black music, particularly when it comes to rap and its association, primarily majority of the time just kind of focuses on the ghetto anyway. So it, especially nowadays compared to the 1990s and stuff. So as a result, it's boring. It's so as a result, we don't have anything else to listen to or anything else to do. All we focus on is the fucking ghetto, and that's it. And it gets boring and old and tiresome and annoying, you know, even in all honesty, because that's all we're exposed to. We don't have anything else to really focus on, and as a result, a lot of these people, that's all they know is the ghetto. There's nothing else to know about the ghetto, about life aside from the ghetto, and even knowing about our own history and the cool black history we do have from the Nubians and other civilizations in East Africa is not something that's covered. All we know about is the fucking ghetto. And that's exactly the truth of the matter. It just promotes destruction and stuff in our community. So that is the truth. It is being weaponized. And a lot of the people who run these companies and stuff are not black. And that's one thing for certain. That's true. So that's the first thing to mention. Now, the second thing to mention, of course, related to this particular issue, the truth about black entertainment, is what we would benefit from controlling our own entertainment. Now, this one, of course, is a very important one, and when you control your own entertainment, you pretty much run shit. You run shit, in all honesty. And you run your freaking shit. And you don't have to look up anything else that disrespects you. And this is why it's important for us to control our entertainment, for that matter, okay? You don't have to worry about anyone disrespecting you. Just like rock music. A lot of rock stars and rock bands, particularly heavy metal, for some weird reason, have been extremely anti-black and very vocal about their anti-black beliefs and stuff, for that matter, you know? For that matter, yet at the same time, they also claim, you know, you have a lot of messages in the music where they talk about how hard life is, well, talk about hypocrisy. But anyway, like I was saying before, when it comes to black entertainment, a lot of black entertainment, if we actually had good quality shit and we diversify topics, instead of just talking about the ghetto, we might even talk about things related to science fiction or even Animal Kingdom, you know, diversity and stuff and all that type of stuff, for that matter. We can actually, you know, not have to rely on watching the stuff from other communities of people who a lot of them do not like us. No, not all of them are like that for people from other communities, but a lot of them don't like us, and we can be self-reliant, in all honesty. And we don't even have to listen to music and shows and TV shows, comedy shows and stuff that's run by people who don't even like our asses, for that matter, and are caught saying the N-word, and a lot of black people still decide to watch that stuff anyway. But you want to know why? Because we don't have good entertainment. So that's what we need to do. And if you can control your own entertainment, then you don't have to be forced to watch stuff and, you know, and stuff, for that matter, from other communities of people, or not even other communities. That's definitely not the case, but people who do not like us, more like, for that matter, and hate us. And you run your own shit, and you pretty much have your own power, and they can't do things to manipulate you and take advantage of you and all that type of shit, okay? So that's exactly why this topic is so important and why it's good for us to control our entertainment. It might sound trivial and stupid and say we have much more important things to focus on for developing our community and stuff, but that's not necessarily the case, you know, especially in this modern day age. In the past, obviously, the most important thing people would have needed to learn first and foremost was, of course, how to defend themselves. It's not like that anymore. Modern world's not like that as much, for that matter. I should say as much anymore. It's more consumerism is what drives our society and stuff. And we have people who pretty much can kind of do that stuff for us, like the police and the military and stuff. So we don't really need to do that anymore. So one thing I will say for certain is that that is the truth about our modern society, for that matter. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying before, not all of us have that much power anymore, and so yeah, once you get that shit, more like for that matter, you pretty much run your own shit, and you don't have to rely on other communities of people to treat you like shit, and you are more powerful, and that's exactly what I'm trying to get at here. So anyway, this is my video. All I have to say is that just like anything, for that matter, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. And this is all to say. And remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is all to say. And simply put it, I'm out. So bye.